welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupree Show, along with my sidekick Andrew, and we get a couple of sponsors here, and we get into some more pictures. We got some good pictures to show you.
Piggly Wiggly, it's a good time of the year to go buy the pig. Go load up all your good stuff. You got the hot weather and the cold weather, so you go in there and you get
some
your good.
Real cold weather coming in Thursday morning and Friday and Saturday.
Get your chickens and your smoked meat so you can do your gumbo on the cold day, and on the hot day you do what I did for the Super Bowl when it kind of wants to warm up. I put me some pork steaks on that grill, even though it was a little bit rainy. You can get all that right there at the pig. They got all kind of great stuff, your rice, your fresh vegetables. Don't forget about them for school supplies. You know, always that last minute thing. I need a composition book, some ink pens or whatever. And Piggly Wiggly's got locations north side of town, the south side of town, also in Simmsport, Louisiana. Don't forget about them for catering as well. Piggly Wiggly South in Opelousas does catering. I went to the Ball Mosque event the other day that they catered for. Great food. They will help you out there at the pig. And one more sponsor, let's go with, speaking of great food, Steamboat Warehouse. And of course, Joey over at Piggly Wiggly and the chef owner Jason Hugay over at the Steamboat Warehouse get together and do What's Cooking here on KDCG every week, a great cooking show. You can also go enjoy the food firsthand over at the Steamboat Warehouse, where Jason does all sorts of great dishes with Louisiana seafood, great Angus steaks, great wine selection, adult libations you can have out on the wharf. You know, the weather right now is just perfect to sit out there and enjoy it with a good Bloody Mary and a pickle zydeco inside of that Bloody Mary. Bring the whole family. Tell my Uncle Fuzzy on Friday afternoons. He and Steve Hartman. Tell them hi when you see them. They're basically their security. They sit on the edge of the bar near that door. That way, you know, everybody coming in and out can be nice and safe. Tell those guys hi. But food is excellent. Go by and don't forget about them for events as well. They've got the whole upstairs that they rent out. A lot of office parties, a lot of receptions. Maybe you're having a little get together for a wedding party. Do it all at Steamboat Warehouse.
Okay, on the debt side of it, I have several notices, particularly from last week. Remember, I couldn't find I was looking for them. Y'all remember that, those of y'all that watched the program last week. Well, they had slipped off in the front of this counter that we use right here. And one that I wanted to speak about was my first cousin, Ralph Ortigo, age 90, died last Tuesday, and he's survived by his wife, Dorothy, we call her Dot, McMillan Ortigo, on Highway 182, where she was raised and where they lived most of their adult lives. They had 12 children, so they were well represented in the community, and children that were involved in different businesses, and one that had the vegetables stand for a long time. Can't think of his name right now, but anyhow, the Mass was held last Saturday, and if I'm not mistaken, that was over at Queen of Angels here in Opelousas. Ralph Ortigo, my cousin. And a person that died a few days back was Miss Altha Duplichan Doucette. And Dale, of course, Doucette is a son. And Dale and Mary Ann are the mother and father of Kevin Doucette with Piggly Wiggly, our good advertiser and good friend to the community, I might add.
Correct.
And Kevin and then Kern Doucette is another, John Doucette and Heather Doucette, their children. And I noticed here she had three brothers, Mr. Warren, Walter, and Leroy. Warren is, Mr. Warren Duplichan is Ryan Duplichan's father. And Leroy Duplichan, I knew him well. He worked with Opelousas Coca-Cola for a number of years.
Oh, my cousins.
And that's what my notes say right here. My deepest sympathy on her recent death over in the Ville Platte is where she was raised most of her life. We had spoken about Chief Badeau's death.
Nolan Bottle.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Alan Doherty died. And I saw someone in here is related.
Je connais pas.
Anyhow, that was his funeral took place January 31st, last Friday. And another is Miss Paula Simon from the Lafayette area. She grew up in Opelousas. She was a Roy, and they owned a lot of that property where they own that corner, I guess, there where Dr. LaHaye is. That
Dr.
property,
Chip LaHaye,
LaHaye, all that farmland on the right and the left, which was recently sold. She was married to Rux, Mr. Rux, and they're very, very successful in the oil business. Their son, Bill Rux, and let's see another one we have here. There was a Mr. Calvin Joseph Aucoin. That's kind of a name, St. Landry, Evangeline Parish, maybe. When I read the article, Calvin Joseph Aucoin, he was born to the family of Avi and Lucille Fontenot Aucoin in Mamou, Louisiana. And so to those of you that remember him as a younger man, he was 91. So
you and I were friends with a guy in the finance business, Brian Aucoin, for years.
yeah, probably
the same family?
some of that very possible the same family. In fact, I talked to the chief of police a while ago, Greg Dupuis, a few minutes ago, and of course his daddy was in the insurance business. That's how he knew that his daddy and Jake, who passed away a couple of years ago, from Mamou. And of course, I'm going to be getting my Mamou Hilton apartment cleaned up and ready for the Mardi Gras parade, Mardi Gras functions that take place in Mamou.
You'll be at retreat the weekend before.
Yeah, but on that Sunday, as soon as we break, I'm going to have everything ready over there. And Mardi Gras Day, I will be barbecuing and giving barbecue sandwiches away as long as they last.
You better
Come
bring
on
your
down.
prayer book with you straight to Mamou. We'll have to unload your prayer book, you see? That'll be nice.
Well, we won't have
the
to.
retreat, that's what I'm saying. Bring your prayer book with you.
Oh, I'll have it in the car. You
Don't
bet.
forget, we have our retreat coming up, men's retreat, the Opelousas, Port Barre. It's kind of a group from all over now. We're going to leave Thursday night. That's February 27th. We'll be in Grand Coteau after work. And we're there until Sunday at noontime, what they call the Silent Retreat. Maybe you've heard about it. The Jesuits run the retreat there. We'll have Father Nire will be our retreat director. Should be a wonderful weekend. They feed you like a little stuffed pig while you're there, so you get well fed and you get good spiritual taken care of as well.
Miss Marie Williams is still the head chef over there.
Right.
This will be what, my 45th or 46th?
Must be 46.
Might be 46. I think last time she and I started the same year. I started attending and she started working there.
So that makes 16
And she
for
still
me.
looks as young as she did when she started over there.
You too, I guess.
Well, I aged a little bit.
16, I think, for me going, and I've aged a little bit too.
What about Donald King? Did I talk about the
You
death
did not.
of Donald
No, sir.
King? I don't think I did. Donald was raised here in Opelousas, lived in Lake Charles and Lake Arthur at different times. He was in the oil field business. I guess his first job was Superior Oil Company, and he retired from Mobil Oil Company as an area operations manager. Riley and I were trying to get to go, and Malcolm Lalonde had called. Malcolm knew Donald, but he also knew his brother Louis, and they finished high school at Opelousas High. And his brother Louis married to my first cousin, and I can't think of her name. Janice, that's it, Janice, got it. And of course her sister is June Mouton, and June is married to Mac Mouton from over in the Plaisance area. And of course June works over at the Barone Veterinary Clinic for many, many years now. And one more here, we talked about it briefly, and that's Harris Moran. And he goes by the nickname of Crumb. And I imagine if you're around the Washington, LeBeau area, if you ask for Crumb, you'll get a response right away. A young man, I think in his Well, he's 73. I didn't think he was that old. I thought he was younger than that, younger face. And well, his sister, of course, that I know the best out of these is Ginger Myers and her husband Keith, who a part of and the founders of LHC Group, which is very, very successful. And just shows you she's from right in the Washington area, and Keith is from the Palmetto, LeBeau area.
Not far from Vidrine's Furniture Store, all in that area.
All that area, all those people we know down there.
How about this thing that's going on this weekend? Not this weekend. It's actually Saturday, February 8th. That is this weekend, isn't it? Yeah,
sure
it is. The E-Town Slim Down over at Eunice High School at the gym. They're having a big fundraiser to benefit the Eunice High cheerleading and dance teams. It's $15 a ticket. They're going to do it from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. over at Eunice High. The doors are going to open at 3:30. Door prizes, raffles, T-shirts. It's all about Zumba. It's going to be a Zumba-a-thon, and you can go do the Zumba dancing and exercise thing there. You can either just give your $15 donation to help the dance team, or you can participate. Put your, I guess your yoga pants on, I guess what some of the girls like to wear, and a loose T-shirt, and go to town. I don't know if Steve can dance to that, but I know Steve's wife definitely can. You can give Lisa a call at 580-3480 if you want to be involved. Maybe you're a Zumba instructor, just want to go and help out. Go out there and give them a hand.
Okay, we'll come back to, we have one more death.
Yes,
well, Miss Kathleen Bruner Dejean from Port Barre, Louisiana. Can't say that I knew her, but I knew her husband, Mr. Warren Dejean, and of course I know her son, Kenneth Dejean, the attorney from the Lafayette area, and you said that you knew them also.
Yes, definitely did.
And that'll take care, I think, of my deaths notices, but we have some pictures. Let's get started.
All right, we got some sunsets over Ducharme Lane and Opelousas.
My home. Yeah, I was just taking different kind of
using that fancy
pictures.
Medium format Zeiss lens with the tripod. No, that's
come on now.
Look at that, man! I show you what a man can do when you know what you're doing. You don't need no big old fancy camera. You just get it done.
No, look how pretty they are.
Look at that, man.
That's a little too dark there.
How
and then
this?
We meaning a group of young people like myself and Randy Wagley went over to the awards banquet, which was held over in Baton Rouge, and that is for the, let's see how they show it, Louisiana High School Sports Hall of Fame.
There you go.
And that was the 36th annual induction ceremony held at Crown Plaza Hotel. The date was moved from Wednesday to Thursday because of the bad weather. Real nice function. I had gone in 2011 when Donnie Perron was on it, and we have a picture of him. We'll show that in a minute. The master of ceremonies was Michael Boyer, principal right here at Turlings Catholic High School. And we went basically, Randy and the other group of friends that were there, mostly because of Larry Dautrieve, and of course Jonathan and Don Fisher were there. And they, of course, Jonathan, I think, was coached by Coach Dautrieve when he taught 2 or 3 years over at Opelousas Catholic while in school. And Jerry DiMaggio and Randy are talking, and of course Jerry's wife in the next picture, Karen, was the principal of Opelousas Catholic when Coach Dautrieve jumped the ship from Opelousas High and went over to OC for a few years.
There's a whole bunch of players.
And that's some of the former players there. Kevin, I see Pat, I see Sam George and his lovely little wife, Miss Kim. And Randy and I, real nice function. There's Coach Doe with a couple of his former students. And Randy wants a picture of these. Randy, if you watching this, you can
download them kdcg.com and go to the Bobby Dupree Show photo galleries. You can get them all there. And there's Coach with a whole bunch of the players and friends.
And I'm in the back.
There's Jonathan Fisher right there on the left again. He's at 2 different events this week. We're going to take a 1-minute break, folks. We're going to see you on the other side of a minute.
We'll come right back.